This is Shoresides broadcasting from Working Narrative Studio. Shoresides is a real people media project. Coming up next, a Shoresides news special where we capture the stories of your coastal neighbors.
If I'm gonna be honest, my initial thoughts were I don't need to worry about it. But then it became apparent that even though I might not be at risk of actually dying from it, which I may or may not, the concern is spreading it to older people who are around me or people who are more susceptible to it at all times. I'm a student at Cape Fear Community College. I'm currently taking 4 classes, and they just extended our spring break, and then they're going to turn all of our normal classes into online classes as to prevent the spread of corona any further. The problem I have with that is I am so horrible at, I guess, staying motivated. So, like, the way I pick my classes this year, I have some teachers who are really cool and really involved, and I go to class and I actually like being there most of the time. And the problem with being online is I have to actually take initiative and do it myself, which has always been difficult for me. Every online class I take, I just lose track of it. But that's honestly gonna be all I really see coming from this is probably growth. Because, like, eventually I'm going to be in a situation where I'm going to need to take an online class. And now this is kind of forcing me into a corner where I need to do it. And I guess I'll figure it out as the journey goes on. With the news nowadays, I feel like it's so biased. Like, there's one end with Fox being, I guess, the right, and they have their own political agendas that they're trying to get across. And I feel like a lot of times they'll leave out a lot of facts, and the same with the left hand on CNN. So all the facts are true, but they're very manipulated to make me lean a certain way, and I don't really vibe with that, honestly. I feel like whatever news I'm going to hear out of that isn't going to be any positive reinforcement, if that makes any sense. And nowadays, I like to keep my head somewhat in a positive light, and the news just doesn't really do anything for me. My mom will call me, and she'll literally be so concerned about me getting it that she, like, tries to keep me, like, as in the loop as possible, but even she's freaking biased. And then also my friends, like, they panic, so they just film me in every now and then. I feel like I've been a little bit more on edge because of my fear is, like, stores shutting down and me not being able to get food. Harris Teeter, just in case they do shut down, because it's a place with a lot of people, making it really easy for that illness to spread right there. I don't know. I'm just scared I won't be able to get food and things I need from stores and stuff like that. But what I have been doing for myself and the people around me is washing my hands every time I touch something, pretty much keeping disinfectant somewhere nearby at all times.
You've been listening to a Shoresides News Special, sponsored in part by NC News Lab. Shoresides is a local journalism project serving coastal North Carolina and beyond. Thanks for listening.